Hello, guys. Hope you're doing good. This is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. This is my review of this week's NXT 18th May 2021. And this week's NXT show was a fantastic, man. A great main event, some very good matches, two good matches, a great tag team match as well. We'll discuss about that. So, without any further ado, let's get into this show. Show actually opened with the video package of the things we would see tonight. Two main matches was there tonight. Bronson Reed versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship in a steel cage match, and Zoe Stark versus Tony Storm, which is a short rivalry that's going on. I think just to build up Storm for the NXT Women's title could be a good match. They both are great workers. So the first match we got was Tony Storm versus Zoe Stark. Tony Storm makes her entrance, and I can't leave to say this that she's so beautiful and good-looking girl, and she's one of my crush as well in NXT. So I've been following her since NXT UK. So that's that. Anyways, match starts off with Tony kind of causing disrespectful smile and coming towards her. Tony slaps Zoe. So when Tony actually turned heel, Tony Storm, when she uh, returned actually when Ember Moon was also returning that week in NXT. That was kind of overshadowing for Tony Storm because two returns you should not make it because that's kind of a comparison that would be there. So post that she didn't do anything that much of that because post that they had some multi-man tag storyline that was going, and she was not in the title picture as well. So then this was the main storyline that was being told when Tony Storm actually attacked Zoe Stark, uh, actually Saray, and Zoe Stark actually uh, uh, caused to save her actually. So they had a beef there, and they challenged each other, and that what led to this match. And this was a very good match, a basic match, some heel versus babyface storyline. That was normal stuff, but a pretty good match, I would say, to open with a good match, good opener, well worked match, I would say, by one of the two best women in NXT women's roster. NXT women's roster is one of the best women's roster that we got. They have so many talented women, experienced women, and they are very great. Not like an AEW, or I'm not comparing. I'm saying just there always a think that opinion, and that's what I'm just telling. So Storm actually playing her heel character very well. The character work was very good. That psychology, wrestling psychology as well was very good. She actually Tony Storm was great in this. Good character work, good psychology. Zoe played a very good baby face as well. Zoe's match with Saray was good, but this match was good, I would say. But her performance was not up to the level of Saray with the Saray that had been seen. Saray, we actually had seen her 3 weeks before her make her debut. She's from Japan, so a back and forth match. This was a match had pace as well, and some less control segments as well. So perfect heel babyface storyline, simple storytelling. The finish of the match, actually some good reversals as well. We like a storm driver into hurricane runner rollover, a slam turns into a German suplex. This were some of the highlighting good moments in this match. Zoe was even driven into the steps and ram into her by the thighs to the step by Storm. So also was a moment as well in this match. So in the finish of the match, we saw Storm Zero was tried but didn't get the pin. Storm with the STO position and driven into the mat. That was very innovative move. I haven't seen that move anywhere. Face first into the mat. That was unique, impressive by Storm, and gets it. That's it done. Very pretty good match between, and hopefully this would be over with, and Tony Storm would be moving to NXT Women's title picture. Hopefully, I think. I don't think so. She would be getting that championship match in the NXT in your house or something. I don't think so, but she would be built for the storyline, as I think. So hopefully, Tony Storm moves to NXT Women's Championship picture. I wish so. Then we saw the segment Legado del Fantasma and Mitchell actually asking where is Escobar. They says he's relaxing, and we got to see the next segment earlier today, Cameron Grimes, he says to Jake Atlas to park his car. Some fun segment was there in this show as well, which was not very bad as well. That didn't take up the show because that were small and that were because and the wrestling matches, the matches made the show good actually. So if the matches were not good, the show could have been bad actually. And main event actually stole the show. And it's Ted DiBiase's spot, as Jake Cutler says, and he challenges for the match. Um, uh, and then we got the prime target next Balor versus Cross, which is next week for the NXT Championship. So the NXT Championship is being defended on NXT TV next week. Very excited to see how it will be. Last time it was between Finn Balor versus I think it was Adam Cole in NXT. That was 2 out of 3 falls, I think so, after the pay-per-view, and that was a great match. And Karrion Kross versus Finn Balor should also be a great match. Karrion Kross, his moves are not his wrestling maneuvers and moves are not much, but he tells the story simply very good, and his selling is also very good. And Phil Beller is one of the best, one of the greatest superstar that they had got. So prime target, this segment you should see this, you should find this on YouTube, I think so. And this would be a very great match. And then we go to the next segment, which was Candice and Indy are at a spar. So I want to talk about this prime target before to getting to the segment. NXT analyst Pat McAfee, Heyman, and number of people, NXT analyst as well. They were putting on their thoughts on this match. My opinion is that, in my opinion, Cross is gonna defeat Balor, and I'm not really interested to see now again Balor as the NXT champion because he had that reign, he has that thing that was there. But even though Finn Balor, as I want to say that he's one of my favorite wrestler in. In WWE, I would say is one of my favorite wrestler, but I want to see Balor go back to main roster, but because he has been in NXT for so long now, so not to job WWE, but to give some good storyline to build up new talents with Damian Priest or something, to go for either WWE or Universal Championship. That would be great as well. I don't think so for Universal Championship. Maybe they can do definitely do. That would be great match, man. Think about that. And if they bring about any kind of a Balor Club thing mix up, even though Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows is not there, but even though they bring up that would be good as well. So if he stays on NXT, I would think so. Maybe he would be going for North American title or from some any rivalry. I don't see now any rivalry that is going on, that he would be entering. Uh, Maybe a North American championship, the championship that he had never won. So maybe that would be a way to go. So the next with that segment, prime target. This was very good, great. So next segment was Candice and Indy. They are at Spa, and Dexter Loomis is massaging Indy's head. She says he's a biggest loser, and Dexter Loomis feels sad, and actually he leaves actually. And I was actually glad that this romantic angle was over. But in forward, we would see that's what not the case was. And second match was the Jake Atlas versus Cameron Grimes. This was just there, but it was a fun stuff. Grimes comes out and shows a lot of clips of dead TBS humiliation, but they have because they had their segments going on each and every week, and some good display of agility and athleticism by Jake Curtis. Glad he got some TV time. Actually, we have the action going on in a split screen. We saw Ted DiBiase car coming. NXT actually announced last week that Ted DiBiase is going to be here, and his entrance music hits when he was going to finish him off, and fun stuff as well. So going to finish when he was going to finish him off. Ted DiBiase comes and he kind of distracts, kind of a roll up, and Atlas with a cartwheel roll up cover, and Atlas picks up the win. So match itself was not a highlighting point, but the fun stuff. Ted DiBiase, it's a very good too. It's sometimes like if WWE does good, better entertainment stuff than anybody, because uh, sometimes they do very bad, sometimes they are great, and this is somewhat good, I would say. So thoughts on this match? Fun stuff match, I liked it. Like that Ted DiBiase entertainment, it's hilarious. You should watch that. And next segment we got history of Bronson Reed, because uh, he's gonna be having that NXT North American Championship match later tonight on the main event. And he actually come into wrestling in May 18, 2007, and Bronson made his debut in wrestling that time. 14 years later, May 18, 2021, his biggest match of his career, he says he's going to be, and he's going to walk out as North American champion. Some pretty good, strong words, good motivation there. And then we got to a sit down interview with Arash Makazi. Before this, Arash Makazi has done an interview with Adam Cole, and he actually interviews like not in a character or something. He actually asks straightforward questions, and Peyton was not in the character at this moment, and he was surely like a babyface or something, even though he's portraying he like a heel character. So a very good sit down interview. You should watch this. He says he's never had some highlighting point, I would say. He says he had never been a bad match in his entire career. And then Arash Makazi asks about the style of wrestling, and says he's being influenced by British style mostly, but he has gone to many countries like Japan and all. So he has that style as well, that being put together all the experience that he got from different places, and he tries to bring that intensity and violence and brutality into the matches from that. So. And he says he's done it all in the NXT UK. He has defeated Johnny Gargano, so now he wants to go for that NXT championship. So I don't know if Karrion Cross versus Pete Dunne is gonna happen. Maybe they would be, but I think so. Karrion Cross should not lose the title at this point, because he, after his return, he just won. He just won, and I don't think so. He should be losing the championship. So. Back in the ring, we saw a third match, which was last week's match, which was Alexander Wolf versus Killian Dane, and we saw a confirmation that Wolf had been medically cleared to compete, and they did say that was the case last week actually, and because of his uh, stomach issue that's got this match to this week. And they have a huge history, as they say, but they didn't say, but later they said actually they were in sanity actually. They didn't miss to say that it's one of the WWE's biggest mistake, basically, breaking up one of the successful tag team. Think about that. So many prospects were there in that tag team, and uh, that was very good. That was a very great tag team that time, and Nikki Cross was also from that tag team. If you remember, felt like they should have got more, because this match was very good, but this match was very short. Uh, but I felt that something's gonna happen when they were standing in that ring, because this match was lost by Alexander Wolf, because of the distraction of uh, because of the distraction of uh, this man. Mm, Drake Maverick actually. I actually totally forgotten his name. So he lost this match, and Imperium actually in the match uh, get the chair, but he was going to hit the chair, but Alexander Wolf was going to get hit the chair, but Killendale with a strong splash, and he got the victory. And Imperium then going for the position. Before that, both attacks, Wolf got the Imperium bomb to him, and Wolf has been stormed out of the Imperium. I don't know what's going on with Alexander Wolf. Will he be joining with now Killian Dane or something? They would be forming tag team. I don't know. Maybe making Drake Maverick like a mouthpiece or something. That would be okay as well, because Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane could be a very great tag team. If they are going to make a tag team, that would be good. But I don't know if he would be going for main roster or something. That would also be a possibility. But nevertheless, he's been gone from Imperium now, and next we saw another segment, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. This was uh, one of the underwhelming segment, or the underwhelming moment, or the thing that the show had to offer. They say they are done with Martinez and they are going to win the NXT Tag Team Championship. They are going for that again. They say it's Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Everrise comes and say, "Short scene, number are the number one contender." And Raquel says, "We haven't seen you." They say, "We are the host of Everrise Live and you are disrespecting us." And this guy was gonna pick a bone with Raquel Gonzalez, but Gonzalez had nothing for it. She offers him a punch, and that was it. A fun short segment. Didn't go long. I'm glad. So fourth match, which was Ciampa and Thatcher versus Legado del Fantasma. This match was great, man. If you don't have much time to watch this show, the whole you should watch this match, this tag team match, Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher versus Legado del Fantasma, and the main event. So I love this match. The tag division is so good in NXT. They are being MSK, uh, uh, MSK, Legado del Fantasma, uh, Grizzly Young Veterans, some great tag teams that NXT has. I love the tag division of NXT. It's the best. I think it's better than AEW. I think so. At the point, one of the best. So much fun to watch. Ciampa and Thatcher is becoming my favorite as well. One of my favorite tag team after MSK, or to the uh, to the to the to the kind of in the level of MSK as well. Uh, they are like kind of a tag team who came from a very bitter rivalry. But now they are friends, and they like doing anything they can. They are badass. They are unhinged character, and it's very rare to see that kind of tag teams nowadays. So when I was going to this match to see, I saw actually. That Legado del Fantasma has that lucha inspired style, and but on the other hand, Thatcher and Ciampa has that raw, hard-hitting style that catch can wrestling, BJJ stuff and all that Thatcher offers. But this was unorthodox for the Legado del Fantasma, because Legado del Fantasma didn't pace this match as a lucha style match, because uh, they were working as a hard tag team, hard hitting style as well. They were in that level, kind of in the level of Champ and Thatcher as well. So uh, into the initial of moments of the match, we saw some neck control, some arm locks by Champa. We know Champa and Thatcher especially of how he's good. He's very good in that catch can wrestling, and BJJ skills is it's very good. Uh, uh, one of the best, so good and contemplating and complementing each other, and they actually were gelling with each other very well. I thought about that, as I said, this would be kind of lucha versus hard hitting style, but they completely Legado del Fantasma completely get into their style, that Champa and Thatcher style, that hard hitting style, that catch can wrestling style, that chops and punches, all were there. And Mendoza was the star in this show, star in this match actually. So we got some head scissor with a hand chop that was great. Mendoza was busted open from the mouth. I think it was nose. Initially thought it was mouth. Mendoza tried to have a speed advantage, but Thatcher is aware how to control all the body parts, and he was controlling. The story of this match was very good, as I say about this match. Uh, uh, and they had the ankle lock, Champa, and 10 straight close line to both Mendoza and Wild, and that was always good. I actually felt, I actually hope, actually thought about that. Where is this guy getting energy from? Where is this guy is getting stamina from? I don't know, man. He's running and hitting the straight 10 close line over and over and again. that was great, man. This drama and excitement and the story as well was very good about this match. That elbow from Ciampa as well busted open Mendoza to the corner. That was the thing that busted open Mendoza and Ciampa was great. Later on the match, that blood was not there because at the commercial medical team was checking checked upon him. The style of LDP completely was different in the match. We haven't seen that, and they possess more of lucha style as I see in their matches. But in this match, they have actually used 5 to 10% of their style. I would say 10% would be more, 5% or something, because they were completely into the Ciampa and Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher style, that grittiness that they bring towards that match. And this proves that they are one of the best tag team. And we saw some involvement of grizzled young veterans. I was so cheering for Thatcher and Ciampa to win, but involvement of grizzled young veterans giving a tombstone face first to the apron for Ciampa, and then there was a going for full of downhill for them. Then the finish, we saw the boot Russian leg sweep of a Legado del Fantasma gets the victory. I was so expecting to get a Ciampa and Thatcher victory. It seems like a grizzled young veteran versus Ciampa and Thatcher rivalry is going to continue, and they are going to uh, be having a very great matches going forward. We have seen before as well in that triple threat match with MSK for that NXT Tag Team Championship. They are saving their titles opportunity that match in future. And as for now, I think this makes LDP the contender for MSK's Tag Team Championship. And this match was great, very good, excellent stuff. And then we got to the next segment, which was Bobby Fish was with a great small promo where he said his return had nothing to do with Kyle O'Reilly actually. Instead, he's targeting Pete Dunne and only Loken because they put out of action due to that tricep injury. If you remember, in that War Games, he put that's what put him out of the action in War Games, and he was forced to watch that War Games match, and that undisputed era imploding as well. So he's here for Pete Dunne, and next week. They can finish it with what he says. So he's going for Pete Dunne, Bobby Fish, Pete Dunne, maybe, and Pete Dunne is going for NXT Championship as he's saying. So maybe a number one contender match, I don't know, or maybe Bobby Fish or Pete Dunne would be winning and they would be making a triple threat match or something. We haven't seen triple threat match for the NXT Championship for a while now, so maybe they would be making some that in your house, which is coming on June 15th or 16th. I suppose. Next we got the continuation of the segment of Indy and Candice, and Spies finished for Indy and Candice, and the staff comes to say that their credit card is not working because there's some unpaid expenses. So they thought that was Austin's expense, that was the reason, but it was not. Credit card, actually the staff said there was a flourish there about 3 weeks ago. Indy had to say he still loves me. God, they are continuing with this storyline with Dexter Lumis again. I wanted to get over with while actually when I saw that match between that NXT tag team women's tag team championship match 2 weeks ago. That was a very great match, man. You should have seen that, and I was glad actually Indy Hartwell is focusing on more of wrestling rather than going to this stuff. But I don't know, man. They are going with this stuff. They like to do with this entertainment or as well. So that's that. Um, okay. So then we got a segment of. Then we got a segment of Gargano actually, and Gargano saying that he will retain the championship and his motivation stuff and all. And then we got match five, which was Aliyah versus Saray, just to fill time. But it's good to see Aliyah back because she's very good in the ring, as we have seen. A good squash match for Saray, a good squash match for build up to Saray as well, as she had made debut for some weeks ago. Aliyah has some good offense as well. As she is in action after some weeks, and if but it was just to fill the time. But it was a fun little match showing off the talent, and it was nothing bad, I would say. You can pass it through, obviously. And so then we got the next segment, which was Shotzi and Ember. They actually said that they are coming for back for the titles, as they say. So they are also coming. and Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai is also coming. So then we got a vignette of a new group, I suppose Diamond Mine, which has been showing up for many weeks now. The MMA style thing that's they're showing, and then sixth match we got the Hit Rose official in-ring debut. It was with cruiserweight wrestlers Arya Daivari and Tony Nese. This was kind of a squash just to have a build up and debut match for Hitro, and double slam by Top Dollar. Top Dollar, if you don't know, Top Dollar is AJ Francis, who hosts the Most Wanted Treasures WWE's that documentary. That show, not documentary, and this was a good display for Hitro. But I felt at this point that at this point of the show that they should have stored for next week, because there was too much in the, because we had 7 matches in this show. So I thought that this show had too many matches, overburdened, but the show didn't go in a bad way, a bad route. It ended it well. It started off well. Segment were good. So I thought that the Retro's NXT debut, it's my opinion that they should have done next week or so. The finish is that we saw that Top Dollar within uh, a double A, like attitude adjustment to the net breaker like maneuver, and it's his finisher now. So I was waiting for the North American Championship match. So that's why I'm so hyped to see that match. This should have been shifted to next week. I felt that. So post match, they said whoever wins the North American Championship, they have their eyes on it. So pretty good, and looking good. Promos are like pop rap battles actually, and their gimmick is like that. And anyways, this new faction Hit Rope is I would say it's working for me. It's good actually. It's not bad or like that. We have seen bad stuff as well, so it's not bad. At least 2 weeks now. So then we saw William Regal's announcement that LDP Legado del Fantasma will face MSK in 2 weeks for tag titles, uh, and then he's looking many new competitors, and he's deciding on who's going to face Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. And then he also said there are a lot of cruiserweight that are being scouted for the Kushida's Cruiserweight Championship as well. So next week, hopefully, we'll be getting these two things cleared. And next week, it will be Raquel and Dakota versus Shotzi and Ember Moon. Uh, didn't say William Regal didn't said it was a number one contenders matchup. I suppose it would be for number one contenders. So my prediction, I think that Short C and Ember would be winning the championship. Don't want to see Raquel and Dakota. I don't think so. WWE would be doing with Raquel and Dakota. Uh, the most obvious storyline they can go from here is turning Dakota heel again, or going to heel again. That's the thing I want to see the most. Going heel again, because uh, that payoff would be good. If you remember, Dakota had actually turned heel with her tag team partner actually in a War Games match, Tegan Knox. She's out of action right now. She's injured. So that should be a good payoff as well. So I don't think so they would be doing in a week or something, but they can build it. They can surely build it for NXT in your house. That's 2 weeks from now. So they surely can build up, and that's a story all written all over it. Tell me your opinions about this story, Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez. Is this the right time to pull off? I think so. You can do it, but if you are waiting, then no problem actually. But I don't want to see them winning a tag team championship, because that decision angle will not work. Then if they are planning for future stuff, they surely can do that. Raquel and Dakota winning the tag titles, and they losing it for after some weeks, and having some reasons and all due to Dakota. They lost and all, and eventually they can make it. So I don't want to see Raquel face character or something. Raquel is good to be heel, and Dakota should be face right now after this. So that's my opinion on this matter. So then the seventh match, the main event. which was Bronson Reed versus Johnny Gargano in a steel cage match for the North American Championship. Before that, we got a rundown of next week's card that Franky Monet is going to be making her debut next week, world premiere as they say, and Grimes and Ted DiBiase middle dollar face off is going to be there. Interesting NXT Championship match is going to be there. Balor versus Kross 2, and Fish versus Dunne, that's also going to be there next week. And these are so far that is announced for next week's NXT. Good card actually, but a good card because NXT Championship is also there, so we are gonna see that. So seventh match, the main event for the North American Championship: Bronson Reed versus Johnny Gargano. Uh, Going to the match, Bronson Reed was making his entrance. I like the camera shaking of NXT, which it does when Bronson stops the feet on the floor. I like that. I love that thing. And and we saw some stats as well. Reed has that agility and power. Gargano has this adaptable endurance and ring IQ. That strategy implementing thing. He's a smart fox, and we saw some good strategy versus power. That was the story of this match. Johnny Gargano kind of trying to escape uh, from the cage, from the steel cage, at the from the door, and from the by climbing the steel cage. That's what we were seeing from for the initial moments, and stopping. Reed was actually stopping with his power moves actually, and then Gargano actually tried to damage his left knee, focus on a knee. And if I knew that, that knee storyline or a new knee and leg storyline are so good to tell. And so there was not so much, but there was there, and theory helping that, but that didn't play out very bad for very bad for Reed actually, Bronson Reed actually. Theory helping Gargano as well was there when they did a sandwich spot him when and uh, Gargano and uh, Theory from the outside. They sandwich him when Bronson Reed was trapped into that cage. So then we saw some great moments like second rope Samoan drop by Reed. That was perfect. And in my opinion, I know it's a strategy, but babyface. Babyface don't steal or escape the steel cage to get the victory, or by seeing the heels, or while they don't do that. They as I know, I whatever wrestling I have watched, babyface Bronson Reed is a babyface, and that climbing up the steel cage was not good for him. So. So Bronson is a big guy. He should not escape from his ability to destroy Gargano. He should not feel that he is not to be showing that psychology into the match. But he that was a kind of error that is found. But it's a nitpicking, you would say. But this was very this match had lots of drama, lots of drama, lots of excitement as well. We saw sunset flip power bomb by Gargano from the middle of the cage. Great spot. That's a lot of weight that would have been nasty as well for Gargano as well if that weight came into his knee. So glad they did it safely. It can fracture your leg. So the theory helps Gargano to escape from the door, to help try to escape Gargano from the door, but Reed holds on, pulls him. Theory actually flashed back, and Bronson with a sit down to the chest, and there was a lot of drama and lot of things going on this match. That was exciting. That was very good to see, as I say. And door is open again, but Theory closes it down when Reed pushes it out, and Theory actually falls down. Gargano with a super kick, then Reed with a right hook. Then we got a reverse runner by Gargano. Gargano with a uh, tries one final beat, but Reed slam him to the cage. Reed tries to escape from the door. Then Theory actually actually pushes Ref into that cage door, and that slams into his face, to his head. Gargano with a side top rope DDT. That was good storytelling there. to injure his head to pick up the victory. That story of targeting the head was good. That played out well. That was great. And Gargano then receives a power bomb from top of the cage. That also was very good. So there were many moments in this match. Even though you'd say the storytelling was very basic, but steel cage matches don't tell that much very story, because you don't because you want to put on moments in this type of matches, like steel cage matches, uh, like TLC matches, like ladder matches. These are some of the match types that you pick up spots, and the spots they picked up were very nice, very great. And treat with a tsunami from the top rope, side top rope. That was so brutal, man. He would have crushed into the pulp. Gargano just felt that he fell down to his stomach and thigh area. Reed actually, and another one this time from the corner top rope, and that was it. Bronson Reed is the NXT North American Championship, and that 14 years redemption story played out well. Thoughts this match had a lot of drama, excitement, storytelling was okay, I would say, but this match, this steel cage matches, we don't focus on storytelling as that much, but because it's all about moments, it's all about that excitement that they creates in that cage. And that's what this match tells about. So moments are being given. Why should we care about storytelling in this type of match, I would say. But there's a redemption story that after 14 years, that's also a very good story that they played out. He finally became a champion, and Theory's involvement was also felt like uh, was not felt like a bad stuff for match, because there were not too many involvement. It was kind of good. It was kind of good as well, to get a cheer for the baby face. And that but in the end, the strength and power advantage and the agility that Bronson Reed possessed gave the championship into his hand, and made the ship of the way sunk, and Gargano himself as well. So great match. Could be arguably one of the best NXT TV main event, I would say, we have seen in this year. Arguably, I would say. Overall show, this show was excellent in my opinion. I liked the show very much, top to bottom. I liked all the things that the segments also were not very bad, I would say. If I want to nitpick, it would be Raquel the quota segment with Ever Rise, but it was not too long. And Cameron Grimes uh, and uh, Million Dollar Man segment was also fun, I would say. One suggestion I had in the show was Hitro's in-ring debut that I had said in the discussion could have been made next week. That I thought. That's it, man. This was the show. Very excellent show. If you have time, go watch it. If you don't have time, you could watch two things. One is a tag team match between Ciampa and Thatcher versus the Legado del Fantasma. That was for the number one contenders. Later we saw announced by William Regal, and the main event as well. Bronson Reed finally getting that gold NXT North American Championship. So Thumb Show actually receives a thumbs up from me. That's it. Go watch the whole show if you have time. NXT rarely put on excellent shows. Actually, I quote it because it's always like a average to good to very good, but this was an excellent show that you not gonna like feel like a bad thing. And if you're watching after Raw, you could watch this, because this felt like a nice feeling after WWE Raw. uh, that's it, man. Like, share, subscribe. Before that, tell me your thoughts as well on this week's NXT episode. What were your favorite matches? What were your favorite moments? What would you see next for the NXT North American Championship and the NXT champion predictions as well? Who is gonna be winning next week as well? So much things going on in the wrestling world. I have got you covered every week. I would be putting everything on this YouTube channel. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So that's it, man. Be safe, stay energetic, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.